Thank you everyone for joining the Polygon workshop today. This is the intro to Polygon as part of our learning phase of our Hack Africa hackathon. And speaking today, we do have Yuling from Polygon, and she'll go ahead and give her presentation. So thank you everyone again. And if you do have any questions throughout this workshop, please do put them in chat and we'll go ahead and get them answered here at the end of the call. So Yuling.
Yep. Anthony, thanks a lot for the introduction. Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here, and I know that it has been some glitch for everyone to get on the Zoom, and just thanks again for everyone, just being so patient here. So my name is Yuling, and I'm the integration lead at Polygon. And so then today we'll be talking about Polygon, and just as you can see here, it's previously called as Matic network, and this is what everyone's referring to as the Ethereum's Internet of Blockchains. Why so? So let's just get into Polygon now. So then, just to give some brief introduction about Polygon, it is the first well-structured, easy-to-use platform for Ethereum scaling and infrastructure development. It was actually founded first in 2017, and the mission being making Ethereum infrastructure ready for mass adoption. As you might have known, just in 2017, with the DeFi boom and CryptoKitties popularity, the user experience on Ethereum has suffered a lot. So like Matic, that's a name back then, was funded just to tackle the poor UX from pain points like high gas fees and slow speeds and network congestions, and doing so without sacrificing on security. So then with that said, its core component is Polygon SDK, which is a modular, flexible framework that supports building and connecting secure chains, like we know Plasma. And also at this point, everyone has been talking about optimistic rollup and ZK rollup, and standalone commits and sidechain, like what we have here in Polygon POS chain. So then doing so, just to offer flexibility and independence. So then in this year, in February, Polygon rebranded itself from Matic to Polygon. So then being that it's seeking to transform Ethereum into a true multi-chain ecosystem, right? So then if we just take a look at let me just see if I'm able to, okay, better. Yeah, so then I'm gonna go through this Polygon's solution to Ethereum scaling in a little bit, but just to keep this in mind is that Polygon, it basically after the rebranding, it basically just to reflect its mission to transform Ethereum into a true multi-chain ecosystem. So then with that said, the benefit being to include all kinds of layer 2 scalabilities, right? So that it's not just the initial implementations originally provided by Matic network, like POS commit chain, and Plasma, the layer 2 based payment systems, right? So then Polygon now still deals primarily with sidechain connectivity and runs its main POS chain, but it has plans to expand its toolbox to include other layer 2 solutions like ZK rollup and optimistic rollup as well, and also like standalone side chains, enterprise chains, and shared security chains. By doing so, it also supports interchain communication protocols. So then, therefore, as we can see, the rebranding really just reflects itself being like a Swiss Army knife of Ethereum scaling and infrastructure development. So then with this introduction of the way, let's just take a closer look at Polygon's scaling solution, as we can see in this graph. So then, just like in this graph, we can see that there are like 3 layers, right? So then we have Ethereum mainnet on the top, or or just like on the left. And then we have this plasma checkpoints nodes in the middle, and then we have Matic sidechain or commit chain at the bottom, or just to the right? So then, this is the 3-layer architecture that we have here in Polygon for now, and staking and plasma smart contract Ethereum. So then we also have Handle, which is our proof of stake layer, and we have a block producer layer, which we call BOR, right? Short for block producer layer here. So then, just to have some context information, it basically just Polygon maintains a set of smart contract here on Ethereum, which handles, as we said, staking management for proof of stake layer, this layer, right? So then, in order to be a validator or to be a block producer, you got to do a staking, right? And then the management, it happens on this mainnet layer. And then we also have plasma contracts for more VP, including checkpoints and then snapshots of the sidechain state. So then those are all on the Ethereum mainnet layer. And then therefore, like the transactions finality is actually reflected or secured by the Ethereum mainnet. That's why we said that we're able to provide the scalability without sacrificing security. And then for every few blocks on our block producer layer, a validator on this layer, on this handle layer, which is also our validator layer, is going to validate all the blocks since the last checkpoint. And then it creates a Merkle tree of the block hash. And and then it creates a Merkle tree of the block hash, and then I publish the Merkle root to the main chain, to the mainnet checkpoints. Therefore, are very, very important. As you can see that the finality of the transactions are basically saved down to the root chain. And also, just whenever user are going to exit their tokens from the Matic set chain back to the Ethereum mainnet, they got to provide the tokens on the side chain is burned, right? So then the burning proof, it basically can be checked against the checkpoint that our POS validator layer checkpoint that's submitted on mainnet, right? So then, and then of course there's our block producer layer. So then this is a layer that's responsible for aggregating transactions into blocks, and the block producers, they basically are shuffled via a committee selection on handle, which is the POS layer, the validator layer, right? And then blocks are produced at block producer layer nodes, and then it gets validated here by the POS layer, and then the checkpoint that includes all the transactions are going to be submitted onto the mainnet, and so then anyone in the community is able to challenge the validity of a transaction based on the checkpoint that's committed to the mainnet, and therefore the security basically is guaranteed by this checkpoint on the mainnet. So then, because of this architecture, we're able to do blazing fast transactions with its security guarded the mainnet, and also we have close to 100 100 validators at this point as well. So then it achieves decentralization as well. And so so then that is the architecture that we have here on Polygon. And so let's just come to the next slide. So then let's look at the problem statements currently for scaling in Ethereum. So then, like we realize that there's no one size fits all scaling solution. Just take Polygon's solution for example, right? So then, like in 2017, the solution it first offered was Plasma, which is great. It's a layer 2 scaling solution. It's security check. It is basically piggybacked on Ethereum security, right? However, the problem is that when a user wants to exit the layer 2 chain, right? The layer 2, it's going to have to go through a challenging period, which with Plasma chain, it's going to be 7 days. So then apparently this is a very secure solution for like someone with huge assets on the chain. But then just for the gaming projects or for the regular DeFi projects, which we would prefer higher speed, then this solution does not really answer the request, right? So then that's why Polygon introduced the Plasma POS hybrid chain to answer the call. And so then, this is an ever-changing scalability, scaling landscape, right? Just depends on the requirements of each project. And then, we realize that there's basically at this point that there will be a spectrum of different scaling options in the future. And Polygon's framework, the Polygon SDK, it basically combines the best of Ethereum's secure chains like layer 2 Alligator and standalone blockchain like sidechain, right, into this multi-chain system like Swiss Army knife, right? And then just let the developers decide which solution to use based on their individual need. And then similar to other scaling solutions like Polkadot, Cosmo, is essential for interoperability of different blockchains, but it has its own major upsides. So then, if we just take a quick look at this graph that we have here, it actually just reflects the framework here. And as you can see that Ethereum in this graph is like the center or the main hub. And Ethereum is the one that's connecting everything. And therefore, it offers the benefits from Ethereum's dominating network effort. for its strong community of users and dev community, and of course EVM and smart contract programming language solidity as well, and especially its long history of serving as a reliable base chain, right? So that like it's very well battle tested, and then therefore just at this point it's very hard to replicate, and it basically takes time to really build an ecosystem like Ethereum. Therefore, you know, just with this graph, it basically just reflects that the edge over blockchains that seek to replace the market leading giant Ethereum, and it's helping really to turn Ethereum into a fully fledged multi-chain system. You know, because it has like all those different scaling solutions and different chains, all like expanding on, and to really build the multi-chain system around Ethereum. So then we talked about the solutions that Polygon has, and also its edge and its upside compared to different scaling solutions. It's very clear that it's really supporting the Ethereum's mass adoption, and you know, just to ease users I would say just like to ease the pain points that the users have with Ethereum's scaling issue, right? So then at this point we have a lot of dApps on board, and some I'm sure a lot of you already you know or used. And you know, like for dApps, we have DeFi, NFT, and gaming, and DAO, and then and the list is keep on growing. And you know, just apparently the purpose is that you know, just to save gas on transactions, and also to be able to provide high transaction throughput, and you know, just a very improved user experience at this point. And then for infrastructures, you basically are able to refer here and just to see the wallets that are currently supporting Polygon, and oracles, you know, that supporting Polygon as well. And then, you know, there's a dev tooling that you can use, and there's a centralized exchange. Of course, there's a lot more that's not listed in here, things like Coinbase, etc. Right? So then, you know, just at this point, you look at dev tooling, you probably are thinking, you know, wait, this looks very much like what we have in Ethereum, right? The answer is yes. So then, you know, just like for Polygon, everything that you use, you know, like tooling, framework, libraries, everything that you use, or like the smart contract programming language Solidity itself, you can apply them all to Polygon development. And the reason just being that Polygon is EVM compatible, right? So then this is also the reason why they say a lot of devs love to use Polygon, because you know, it's a great scaling solution. It saves gas, and it helps with user onboarding experience. But very, very importantly, just to the dev community, if you're an Ethereum developer, you basically are already a Polygon developer, right? So then this is also the developer first approach here in Polygon, and which just means like no new skills required for pre-existing dApp to Polygon, or to build out a new dApp on Polygon. All the skills that you may already be familiar at this point as an Ethereum developer, you can just use the same skill set for a Polygon developer. So then I would like to just to go over a few things that we basically are going to cover today. So then now we probably have some understanding about Polygon and about its architecture and about what it can offer for our dApp community and for the users, right? Just to help out with our user experience, and then with the gas fee, and also, you know, with the high throughput. But like, how do we use Polygon in our dApp, right? So then today we will be looking at a few things, right? So then first is to connect to Polygon, and I'm going to demonstrate it in both Remix as well as in Truffle. So then the second is basically to switch to Polygon, right? And then there's also advanced feature that we will be talking about, which is network agnostic transactions, and a lot of people know them as meta transactions, right? So basically, it's just like gas-free transactions for users. And then we'll also talk about cross-chain asset transfers, you know, like asset transfers from Ethereum mainnet to Polygon. And we will see about deposits, withdrawal, and the widgets as well, right? So then if we have time, we will be answering questions as well. So then, okay, so then this is about Polygon. The last thing before we get into the actual demonstration of using Polygon network. But then, you know, just about Polygon, some notable metrics that we have at this point. We have over 400 dApps onboarded, and 1.3 million plus user wallets, and now I think it's like 7 million transactions a day, and market cap is pretty high as well. So then now let's just doing the actual work of you know, just developing a Polygon. So first thing first, we need to get all the Polygon information, right? So then this documentation is really the place that you may want to visit to get all the great resources and code snippets and also configuration, you know, about Polygon. So then let me check if I'm able to copy here. Oh, I don't want to. Okay, so basically here, right? Awesome. So then, you know, just to use Remix and to use Truffle, the things that we'll be talking about today, they're basically all covered here. So then if it's hard for you to follow during the workshop, please feel free to refer to our documentation. So then, you know, just first to get started deploying Matic, we need to know the details about our blockchain, right? So then this is a place that you want to come to, network details, and since we will be doing on the testnet instead of the Polygon mainnet, right? So the Polygon testnet's name is Mumbai, and it basically corresponds to Goerli parent chain. Goerli is like a testnet for Ethereum, right? So then here we're able to see all its attributes for this testnet Mumbai, and chain ID, gas station that you can check, and its RPC URL, that you should be connecting to, and you know, we also have those public RPC that you can use. A lot of people probably already know Infura for development on Ethereum, which is also great for Polygon. And so then there, if you want to sign up for a dedicated free RPC URL, you may get a better overall experience, right? Because you don't have to compete with the public RPC URL that everyone is trying to connect to. And then, you know, we also have WebSocket connection specified in here, and then Block Explorer, right? So then first, let's just start with a very, very simple smart contract, a vanilla smart contract here, right? So then let me just increase the font a little bit. This is smart contract counter, right? So all it does is that it basically just increments the state variable counts or decrement it, and doing so, it also emits event here, right? So then now I would like to deploy this on Polygon. So the steps would be, first I need to have MetaMask installed, right? So then a lot of them, a lot of you guys probably have used MetaMask. It's an online Solidity editor that you know, you basically just can use, and you know, just to buy MetaMask, you will be able to specify the testnet or mainnet that you would like to connect to. And at this point, since we're going Polygon, so then I would just connect with my Matic Mumbai testnet, right? But then first, you gotta specify all the attributes of Mumbai testnet. And the place that we do is we come here, right? We click on the drop down, and we click on custom RPC, and here you can just give a name, right? So then we can say Polygon Mumbai testnet, right? And then for the RPC URL, you basically can just copy over what we saw here on this network detail page. And so then all the information that we see here, you can just feel free to choose one from the list, right? And then it's just a simple copy over to custom RPC session here, right? So then the network name, Mumbai, and then RPC URL, and I'm just going to use the one here, and then the chain ID, which you also have this information here, right? So then, you know, Block Explorer URL, you can also copy over from here. And then once you specify all those information based on this page, you just go ahead and click on save, and there you will have it. Since I already have it, so it's not gonna let me specify the same URL. So then, but that's the way that you do it, right? So then this is what I have here as my Mumbai testnet. And yep, so then here you will be able to see all the information that I specified, right? So now we have this configured in MetaMask, and you know, we need to do one more step, which is to get some gas, right? So I mean, just like on Ethereum, you would use Ether to pay gas and to run for running transactions or for deployment of smart contract. On Polygon, we use the native token Matic for the same purpose. And so then on testnets or on mainnets, you will be able to get some tokens here. So then this is for Matic network. And so then again, this information is also available on the documentation. But you know, let me see if I'm able to. Okay, all right. I'm trying to see if I'm able to copy this back to the. You know what? I'm not going to waste time here. So then, so basically, this is the information that you will be able to find on the mainnet as well. And let's see. Okay, so then here, if you just search for Matic, then you will be able to come to the page, right? And okay, use it. Where did it go? Okay, so then here you will be able to find this, right? Okay, so then when you are here, you basically will be able to specify that you want this on which network. And here it's a testnet that we'll be looking at today. So then we just choose Mumbai, and then we want Matic token. And here we also have other ERC test tokens and 721 test tokens pre-deployed and mapped on Polygon, right? So then, you know, if you want to play with that for cross-asset transfers, you will also be able to get some of the tokens here to your wallet as well. But then, you know, just to be able to deploy your smart contract onto Polygon and to run transaction on the Polygon, then you need Polygon's own native token Matic here. And then you just have to get your account's address, right? So then you come to MetaMask and then you click on this and you paste it in here and then you do submit. This is how you request the Matic token, just like what you do with Ethereum token as well. So then here it says error because I've already had more than enough, so it's not gonna give it to me, but that's how you do it. So then once you have this Polygon network configured in your MetaMask, and also you got some gas, right, for deployments, then you're good to go. So let's just first, let's just compile this. Okay, passed. And then we just come to deployments. And here you want to choose injected Web3. And here you can see that the network that we have is A0001, which corresponds to the one that we have in MetaMask by testnet, right? So yeah, so then you want to make sure that you're deploying to Polygon. And also you've got some Matic token as well, right? So then you're good to go. And then we just have to confirm, sign this, and let's see. So now we have it. I think what happened was that I actually had deployed earlier. That's why, like, you can see two of them. But that basically is what you do. So now I'm just going to try again. I deleted all the previously deployed contract, and now we have a fresh one. So then here you can see basically from your account, which is my account, what I have here, 0x94, right? To this is my contract counter, right? And then you will have the transaction hash here. But then if we just copy this address, which is actually our smart contract address on Polygon, then we will be able to take a look at Polygon Explorer, right? So then let's see. Okay, so then for a lot of you are probably very familiar with Etherscan, right? That is what you use to look up transactions and to see the status and also the events information. So Etherscan has developed Polygon Scan for Polygon Explorer at this point, and then the interface is very much like what you have on Etherscan. And then on Mumbai testnet, you basically just append Mumbai before Polygon Scan, and there you have it corresponding to the testnet. So I'm just gonna search on my smart contract address here, right? So then let's just come here and we just copy over the smart contract address at this point, and then we will be able to see now it's available on Polygon.net, and it's the status is success, and then we have the contract created, right? So then this is great, and if you want, you can also just do a simple interaction with this contract as well, right? So then we can just quickly check what our count is. Starting out, it's 0, and then you can just increment it. When you do that, of course, it's a transaction made on Polygon, and you would need to pay gas, right? So then you just confirm, and let's see our counts. It is 1, right? Okay, so it works. So then this is with Remix deployment. And now just with Truffle, it basically is exactly the same as what you do with deployment to Ethereum, right? So the file that you need to go to specify all the attributes of Polygon network, the same information that we just did for MetaMask is in Truffle config file, right? So then let's just come here, and you know, this is a very simple smart contract that we have here, right? So then this is very straightforward. As you can see, this one is the ERC20 smart contract, right? It basically just extends Open Zeppelin's ERC20 smart contract, right? Nothing more, and it has a name and symbol. So then to deploy this on Polygon, we basically just come to Truffle config file, and everyone's probably already familiar at this point with this development, you know, just 127.0.0.1, which correspond to your local host, right? So then this is like your local Ganache network. And then, you know, just for all the other networks that you want to connect to, should that be Ethereum testnet or mainnet, or should that be Polygon, or or should that be Polygon mainnet or testnet, you basically just add an entry here. So then this is the entry that I add, right? And you basically are able to copy over all the information that we, again, have on the documentation come to using truffle and then truffle config, right? So then that's what I have in my truffle config file. The network ID, which is the same as we just specified in MetaMask confirmation too, right? So then you basically just need to get 2-block confirmation after your transaction gets read to the current block, right? So then we also have timeout blocks as 200. So okay, so now with this said, well, as you can see here, I basically use my mnemonic. And of course, I don't want to expose this information to everyone else but me, right? This is like a good practice. And as you can see that I put it into a .in file, but you can also use private key as well, right? And one other thing to note is that here, instead of just to use the public RPC, that the general ones that you can find here, network details, network. I basically got a free dedicated RPC URL to use, and you know, here I basically included here just for you to see, but this information can also be included in a file instead if you don't feel like exposing this, right? So yeah, so then with this, let's just do a quick deployment. So truffle migrate, and this is -- network Polygon -- reset, right? This is just exactly the same as what you would do with Ethereum blockchain. And so that at this point, you basically already configured your Polygon or Matic entry in truffle config file, and also you already got some Matic token from the URL that I shared, and you know, just that's gonna cover the gas that you need to deploy your smart contract on Polygon. Okay, almost there. Okay, it's done. So then we will be able to, you know, just get the transaction hash here, right? And so then again, as you can see, it's deployed from my accounts, which is the same as one in MetaMask, and the contract address has been created here as well, right? So then if you just, again, come to the same Explorer, you will be able to see all the information that you need for Polygon. So then, you know, just again, it's like in Polygon skin, and then you will be able to see the transaction information. Okay, so now at this point, we went through how you would deploy your smart contract onto Polygon, right? And so then there are two ways to interact with Polygon. So one is that if you already have a decentralized app, right? You basically are looking for a faster transaction layer, and Polygon is there for you to use. And you will be able to get your ERC20 token, your ERC721 or ERC1155 mapped to Matic network or Polygon. And you will be able to deposit your asset to Polygon, and then you can transfer and withdraw from Polygon. And so that all those will be able to like all those are actually handled by JavaScript SDK or Matic JS provided in Polygon, and it will does all the heavy lifting for you. However, if you feel like just to use the regular Web3 libraries or either JS to do your own interaction with the smart contract on Polygon for transactions, it's okay as well. So so then I just want to quickly check with Anthony about our time left here, since we started late.
Yes,
Anthony, are you there?
Yes, I think we should still have roughly 5 to 10 minutes left.
5 to 10 minutes left. Okay.
Yes. I don't think we have many questions left, so we don't have to leave too much time for them unless they do start coming in.
Got it. Okay. So then sounds good. And I think I may just quickly show everyone a few resources, like they can probably check offline, and just so then we went through this, and so for tools, there it is. That's where you go to get Matic token into your account, right? So then there's also Matic get station, the same idea as what we have on Ethereum get station, right? So you will be able to get all those information as listed in here, the current status of Polygon blockchain. So then, there's cross-chain transactions. And as we said, there are two different solutions here we currently provide at Polygon. One is POS, which is going to provide you a lot faster transaction experience, right? For deposit, POS and Plasma, they're about the same, which you can see here, right? So for deposit from Ethereum to Polygon, it basically just take the same amount of time. And then for withdrawal, POS is going to take less than 3 hours. And for Plasma, it has this 7-day challenge period. And then for POS Bridge, that's actually more popular among dApps on Polygon. And just with this USD, you're able to do asset transfer, deposit, and withdrawal cross the chain, right? So then here it has this high level flow. So for deposit, let's see, ERC20, for example, just like the regular ERC20 steps on Ethereum, you first need to approve a contract to be able to spend the tokens on first, and then you will be able to deposit, right? So 2 steps. And then for a withdrawal, you need to burn the tokens first on Polygon, and then you will be able to exit that out with the proof of the burning transaction. You will be able to exit that out to the Ethereum. So then, those are the code snippets that you can just copy over to your code. This is the first step. For deposit, you need to approve first, and then you will be able to deposit. Very straightforward with the Matic JS that we provide here on Polygon. And then to exit, you basically just have to burn, right? This is the API that you use, and then you will be able to exit. That's our cross-chain Matic.js library that you will be able to use. And then, of course, like when you have a smart contract already at this point deployed on Ethereum, right? The question is, how can you map that to Polygon? Polygon chain has to have a way to know where your a smart contract is, right? So then for doing so, we have mapper introduced here in Polygon. And so, it supports the arbitrary smart contract, and it also supports those token smart contract as well. So that if it's a standard child token, the straightforward one, like the one that I have, right? It basically is just following the standard of a ERC token. It doesn't have much of a custom logic involved. Then all you have to do is to specify your smart contract information on Ethereum here, right? So then what is your smart contract or your ERC token smart contract address here? And then that's pretty much all information that you need to do, and then you just do submit. And Polygon is able to create the counterpart smart contract and deploy that for you on Polygon network, and then you will be good to go. However, if you have a lot of custom logic in your ERC smart contract, then you may want to deploy your own smart contract onto Polygon network. And in that case, you will need to provide the Matic token address here, like in this field. And then you just do the same mapping request. And then it's going to be reviewed, and and then it will be available for you to use to do asset transfers and transactions on Polygon. And here again, it's a code snippet that you can reference to for ERC20 token, right? And so then to be able to support this bridge architecture, there are two functions that are required. One is deposit and one is withdrawal in your Polygon smart contract. In a situation where you have a lot of custom logic involved, and you want to deploy your own smart contract on Polygon. So then this is the two required functions that you will need to use. And those are basically the simple steps, right? So then first, you already have your ERC token smart contract on Ethereum. And then you need to make sure that your child token has deposit and withdrawal, because those two functions are going to be called by Polygon framework to support deposit and withdrawal asset for your token. And then you do the deployment, and then you submit the mapping request. And that's all you need to do. Okay, so then, we still have some other features that you can use. And we're running out of time here to cover them all. But just feel free to explore on your own. And if you have any questions, please reach out to Polygon Discord, and just post your questions there as well, right? And so then, as I said, meta transaction is also supported for the gasless transactions, and there's also network agnostic transactions here as well. There's Oracle here as well. So a lot of great resources and even code snippets that you can reference here on the doc. All right, so then I think that's my presentation, and let's see if we have any questions at this point.
Awesome. I did not see any questions here in chat. Okay. To be answered directly, but again, thank you so much for the phenomenal workshop today. That was amazing, and just as a gentle reminder to everyone on the call right now, this event was recorded and will be pasted as well as the slides to our YouTube channel and Medium page by tomorrow. So if you want to go back and rewatch it, more than welcome to. And We do have 2 more great workshops coming up. The next one will be on July 14th, which is the second sushi workshop. So I'm posting the Eventbrite link right now, as well as on July 26th, we have the first ROE workshop. And here's the Eventbrite link for that as well. So lots of many more great events to be on the lookout for. And again, please do sign up for a call with me if you do want to get an onboarding call set up. But in the meantime, Yuling, again, amazing event, and thank you for working with all the technical difficulties that we had there at the start. So everyone have a great rest. Yep. Everyone have an amazing rest of your morning, day, or evening, wherever you may be located. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Anthony. Thanks, everyone. Goodbye.